Okay, so now we're live again. Sorry about that, guys. I'm not really sure what happened. It wasn't coming through. So I do apologize. Class will be starting just a couple minutes late today. Um, but that's okay, because we are like water and we go with the flow. That's what I'm talking about. Going with the flow with Coco. That's what I should have named the stream today. Oh well. So I just have to wait a few minutes before, so I can get this onto the website as well. But welcome, if anybody is here. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab my mat and go ahead and just do any last minute things that you need to do. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna sweep this up just a little bit. Don't. Yeah, I hear. I'm not, I promise, I'm not trying to get you right now. Stop. Stop. Let me sweep. Leave me alone, you savage. Okay. Grab my mat. Excuse me, sir. Whew. Whew. Has it been 3 minutes yet? What are we looking at? Minute 34. Hey, why don't you go find your own stick? Vader, look, hey. Come over here, Archie. Get out of Ben's face. Here, right here. Hey, hey, hey. Vader, it's right here. I don't think this dog can see anymore. Hey, how's it going, guys? What's happening? You guys ready for some yoga, some beginner flow with Coco? I've got 20 seconds, so I can put it up on the website. I apologize, I know class is starting late. For whatever reason, the first stream that I started, it wouldn't go live. It was saying that I didn't have a connection, and then I have slobber all over me, and it wouldn't go live for me, so I do apologize. Oh, there we go. Okay, so let me put this on the website. I'll be right back. Go. Welcome, guys. How is everyone doing today? How is everyone doing on this wonderful rainy day? I absolutely love rainy day yoga. Rainy day yoga is one of my favorite things to do because the rain just makes it so just nice and soothing. Anyway, my name is Coco. I'm going to be guiding you guys through our beginner flow this afternoon. If you have never taken a class with me before, then awesome. You're in for a treat, at least I think so anyway. And if you have, then welcome back. It's so good to see you guys. I'm glad that you're returning. I hope that this day is finding everyone well. I am actually in an extra good mood today. I just got off the phone with my grandmother, a little FaceTime action, so that was a lot of fun for me. So right now, we are going to come to our mats. I'm sure everyone's already on their mats, duh. We are going to get started in child's pose today. So for your child's pose, your knees can be together and you can fold your chest over them, or your knees can be the width of your mat and you can fold your chest down in between your legs. Just allowing your head to come all the way down to your mat if you can. If not, that's completely fine. Just allowing yourself to sink down into your mat. Allowing your mind to quiet, allowing yourself to just slow down. It is 12 o'clock, so, most of us have probably been up for a while. We've already been doing some things, maybe working, maybe running some errands, maybe, still homeschooling the kiddos. There's no telling. So just allowing yourself to start to arrive here in your space. Allowing your mind to let go of anything that happened before you came to your mat today. And allowing it to let go of anything that might happen after you leave your mat today. Reminding yourself that we have no control over the past or the future. The only thing we have control over is this very moment, right here, right now, on our mats. And just start to focus on your breath. Starting to notice where your body is connecting to your mat. Feeling your forearms pressing down into the earth, your elbows, your fingertips, your forehead, your shins, the tops of your feet. And now start to notice your breath. Just only noticing your breath. Allowing any background noises to be exactly that. To just become a part of your practice today. Just considering it as though this was anything else that you were doing in your life. There's always going to be distractions. There's always going to be things getting in your way, or maybe things happening that you didn't want to happen, or you didn't expect to happen, or you didn't know were going to happen. Just starting to notice the expansion of your chest and your belly with every inhale, and noticing the deflation of them with every exhale. And then we're just going to start to take some collective breaths together. So let's all take a nice big inhale. Fill all the way up. And then open your mouth. Audible exhale. Let all of that air come out of your body. We're going to do 2 more just like that. So take another big inhale. Letting your chest and your belly expand. Holding it at the top. And then opening your mouth. Yes. Getting even more stale air out of your body. Last one, guys. This is going to be our biggest inhale yet. Fill all the way up. Expand your belly, expand your chest. Grab an extra little sip of air at the top. We're holding this one for 3, 2, 1. Open your mouth. Yes. Get all of that stale air out of your body. It is no longer serving you. You no longer need it. Creating space for new breath, new life forces, new ideas, new things to come. On your next inhale, just start to seal up your lips. Starting to inhale through your nose and exhale through your nose, creating your Ujjayi breath. This is our breath of fire, our breath that's going to guide us through class today. Anytime that you notice that maybe your mind is wandering, or maybe you feel like you can't hold the pose anymore, or you just think that I'm crazy and there's no way you could possibly be in it for another 2 breaths. Come back to this breathing. Come back to inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your nose. Allow your mind to focus on it. Allow it to guide you. Know that at any point throughout class, if you are getting hot, you can always open your mouth and exhale, releasing all of that hot air out of your body. But otherwise, just trying to maintain inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your nose. Know that if it's not something that you are maintaining, or if you're not being conscious of it, it doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. As long as you're breathing, that's all that really matters. We're just going to lie here for a few more moments, just finding some quiet, finding some stillness before we begin the physical part of our practice today. On your next inhale, start to walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. Maybe even coming off of your mat. Just pressing your right palm down into the earth. Maybe even taking your left hand and setting it on top of it. You should be feeling this in your left side body, all through the left side of your rib cage, maybe even all the way up into your armpit. Keeping your forehead on your mat, or at least keeping your head down. And then on your next inhale, start to walk your hands back to the top of your mat. And then on your exhale, same thing, walking your fingertips all the way to the left side of your mat. Same thing if you want. Palms can come off of your mat, placing them on the ground. Right hand can come on top of the left. Feeling this all the way in your right side body now. And then on your next inhale, walking your hands back to the middle of your mat. And then on your inhale, pressing yourself up into a tabletop position, coming onto all fours. Lining your shoulders up with your wrists, so your wrists are directly underneath your shoulders. Your knees are directly underneath your hips. Your fingertips are going to be spread nice and wide, really pressing them down into your mat. Seeing if you can even grip your mat with just your fingertips and not your palm. We're going to do some cow cats. So we're going to drop the belly. Gaze is going to go up. Tailbone goes up into the sky with us. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. This is our cow pose. And then exhale, we're going to drop our gaze. Press your shoulder blades away from each other, creating a cat dome in your spine. This is your cat. Inhale, drop your belly. Your gaze goes up. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Cow. And then exhale, press the earth away, dropping your gaze for your cat. Nice work. We're going to flow through 2 more of these together. Inhale, drop your belly, gaze goes up for your cow. Exhale, press the earth away, drop your gaze for your cat. Last one. Inhale, drop your belly, gaze goes up for cow. Exhale, press the earth away, round through your spine for your cat. Nice work. Continuing to flow through these on your own, adding on any organic movements that you would like. Just allowing your eyes to shut down. Making this your own. Just allowing your breath to go wherever you want to. Allowing your body to go wherever it wants to. Knowing that there's no right or wrong. Just focusing on trying to connect your breath to your movements. You can press your hips all the way back to the right and then to the left. Or you can even flip your fingertips, facing them in different directions, having them go to the right and to the left, and then maybe even facing them to where they're pointing towards you instead of away from you. And if that feels good and you want, you can even flip your palms so they're face up, pressing the top of your hand down into your mat. Just allowing yourself to breathe here. Not worrying about if you look ridiculous or if you're doing it right. And just going with the flow. And then we're going to come back to a neutral spine. So your core is engaged, your back is nice and flat. Nice work, guys. You're going to tuck your toes, take a big inhale, and then on your exhale, come into your downward facing dog. So your hips are going to go up and back. And then just kind of pedal into your down dog. Bending into one knee and then into the other. You can also bend into both of your knees at the same time. If you're bending into both of them at the same time, on your exhales, try and straighten out your legs, seeing if you can get your heels even closer to the earth. Finding your proper hand and feet placement. It's going to be different for everyone. Come back to your downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths here. Find some stillness. Actively pressing your chest back towards the tops of your thighs. Relaxing your shoulder blades down and away from your ears. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. And then as you exhale, slowly walk your feet to meet behind your hands. Eventually finding your way into a ragdoll pose. Allowing your chest to fold completely over the tops of your thighs. Bending your knees as much as you need to create a belly to thigh connection. There should be no gap in between your belly and your thigh. Allowing your head to just hang nice and low. Shifting your weight into the front part of your feet. Your gaze is in between your legs at whatever is behind you. You can grab your opposite elbow, or you can interlace your hands behind your neck, or you can even interlace them behind your back, coming in for a shoulder stretch. Going wherever feels comfortable for you. You can rock from side to side if you want. Shake your head yes, and then shake your head no. Just releasing any tension that you may be having. And then placing your palms down on the ground, start to heel toe your feet so they're back together. Your feet are side by side. Inhale for a halfway lift, palms come to your shins, gaze is at the ground in front of you. Squeeze your shoulder blades down and away from your ears. And then exhale to forward fold again. Seeing if maybe you can fold a little bit deeper this time. If you can't, don't worry about it. You will get there. Practice is progress. And then tuck your chin. On an inhale, we're going to slowly rise, going as slow as you possibly can. Eventually making your way into standing. Eventually making your way into your mountain pose. Fingertips go up to the sky. You're rooting down through all 4 corners of your feet. And your hamstrings, your quads, your glutes, and your abs are fully engaged here. Lengthening on your inhales. Standing firm with your exhales. And then we're just going to interlace our hands together so they're still up in the air. And then you're just going to flip your palms so they're pointing up towards the sky. Take an inhale to reach, extending. And then exhale, you're going to press your hips to the left. Hands are going to the right, coming into a standing half moon. So your core is engaged, your gaze is underneath your left armpit. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, we're going to switch it out. So pressing your hips to the right, hands are going to the left. Same thing, core is engaged. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, forward fold. Hinging at your hips, spine stays nice and straight. Inhale for your halfway lift, palms come to your shins. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back. Find your high plank. In your high plank, your shoulders are in line with your wrist. Your hips are going to be almost in line with your shoulders. So if your belly is dropping down towards the earth, engage your core. Pull your spine up towards the ceiling. Nice adjustments. Know that you can always drop down to your knees in your high plank. You're still working the same muscles, it's just not going to be as intense. We're here for 2 more breaths. Yes, you can. Push yourself. Believe in yourself. And then drop down to your knees. Press yourself back. Take a child's pose. We're here for 1 full breath. Inhale, come back to your tabletop, and then extend your legs. Find your high plank. From your high plank, start to shift your shoulders forward, coming over your fingertips. You're on your tiptoes. Exhale, we're going to lower down halfway. Your elbows come into your rib cage. You're squeezing your rib cage with your elbows. Inhale, pull your chest through. Roll onto the top part of your feet. upward facing dog. In your upward facing dog, your shins and your thighs are up off of your mat. And then exhale, press your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Nice work, guys. This is our modified sun salutation. We're going to roll through 3 more of these together. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. At the bottom of your exhale, hop, step, or jump. Inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, root to rise, mountain pose. This time we're going to do an open arm twist. Sending your right arm behind you, your left arm in front. Trying to keep your hips square to the front of your mat. You're moving from your core here. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, just switch it out, opening up towards the left this time. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale, forward fold, hinging at your hips. Inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back, find your high plank. Roll onto your tiptoes. Exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale, pull yourself through for your upward facing dog. Exhale for your downward facing dog. Nice work. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. At the bottom of your exhale, hop, step, or jump. Inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, big root to rise, mountain pose. Exhale, open it up towards the right this time. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, open it up to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, swan dive it down. Spine is nice and straight. Inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back. Flow through your vinyasa. Your vinyasa is your high to low push-up. Inhaling for your upward facing. Exhaling for your downward facing. Last sun salutation. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. At the bottom of your exhale, travel. Inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise, mountain pose. Exhale, open it up towards the right. Keep those hips square to the front. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, open it up to the left. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, flow through that vinyasa. Know that your vinyasa is always optional. You can always press yourself straight back to your downward facing dog, skipping the vinyasa completely. We're going to take 2 breaths here in our down dog. Find some stillness. Know that you can always have your knees bent in your down dog. Your legs do not have to be completely straight. Last inhale. Stay for your exhale. Drop down to your knees. Take a child's pose. Bring your forehead down to the earth. Reconnect to your breath if you lost it. You can rock your forehead from side to side. Just massaging your third eye out. Know that child's pose is here for you anytime throughout the remainder of this class. Anytime that your body needs a break, honor it. Listen to what it needs. Take your child's pose, and then when you are ready, continue on with the rest of the class. Allow yourself to leave your ego and to leave any expectations of yourself or of this class at your door, upstairs in your bedroom, on the back patio, anywhere but where you are right now, anywhere but your mat. Just allow yourself to leave your ego and your expectations, accepting exactly where you are today in your practice, accepting exactly where you are today in life, giving yourself grace. One more breath here in our child's pose. Inhale, press yourself into a tabletop. We're going to roll through just a couple of rounds of cow-cats. Inhale, drop your belly, gaze goes up. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Exhale, press the earth away, round through your spine. One more. Inhale, drop the belly, gaze goes up for your cow. Exhale, press the earth away, drop your gaze for your cat. Nice work. Inhale, come back to your neutral spine. Stay for your exhale. On your next inhale, send your right fingertips to the front of your mat. Your bicep is by your ear. And then inhale, send your left foot behind you. So we're finding some balance here. Your left toes are going to be active. Your right toes can be tucked if you need a little extra balance. Squeeze your left glute. See if you can get your left leg a little bit higher. You're trying to create one straight line from your right fingertips all the way down to your left heel. Take one more inhale, and then exhale, we're going to bring it in. Elbow touches your knee. Inhale to re-extend. Exhale, bring it back in, elbow to knee. Inhale to extend, last one. Exhale, bring it in. Happening. Oh, guys. Oh, I'm back. Okay, sorry about that, guys. For some reason, I'm having some issues with connection today. So, I apologize. Back to where we were. Your left fingertips are towards the front of your mat, and then send your right leg nice and long. Same thing on this side. Creating one straight line from your left fingertips all the way to your right heel. Squeeze your right glute. See if you can get your right leg just a little bit higher. Bring your left bicep up by your ear. Nice work. One more inhale. Exhale, crunch it in, elbow to knee. Inhale, sends it back out. Exhale, bring it in, elbow to knee. Inhale to re-extend. Don't get lazy. Bicep by your ear. Squeeze that right glute. Exhale, bring it in. Set your left palm down. Send your right foot behind you. And then plant your right foot in between your palms. Nice work, guys. And then you're going to tuck your left toes and extend through your left leg. We're in our runner's lunge. Inhale for an easy twist. Right fingertips go into the sky. Your left palm remains planted. Exhale, plant your right hand down. Inhale, send your left leg into the sky, coming into our standing splits. So in your standing splits, your gaze is in between your legs at whatever is behind you. Your head is hanging nice and low. Your left toes are active. Your hips are going to stay square to the ground. It does not matter how high you can lift your left leg. Your left leg can be 2 inches off of the mat right now. What matters is how deeply you can fold. If you have any blocks, a book, pillows, anything, you can always use those to bring the earth a little bit closer to you. One more inhale here. Exhale, forward fold at the top of your mat. Your left foot meets your right. And then inhale, chair pose. So you're bringing your big toes to touch, leaving a sliver of light in between your heels. Fingertips are to the sky. Sit it down low, chair. Check in with your toes. You should be able to see all 10 of them. If you cannot see all 10 of them, then just shift your weight back a little bit. You can always bring your hands to your heart center. Exhale, sit just a little bit lower. You're squeezing your inner thighs, squeezing both of your glutes together. And then inhale, come all the way to standing. Fingertips come up with you. Inhale, your left leg comes high. Your left knee is bent at a 90-degree angle. Left toes are nice and active. We're in our one-legged Tadasana. Find your balance. If you're a little wobbly, don't even worry about it. Give yourself that grace. Place your hands in between your heart. Find yourself a drishti. Your drishti is a focal point. Find something that is not moving and come to your breath. One more breath here. A breath is a full inhale and staying for the exhale. Nice work, guys. One more inhale, and then on your exhale, we're taking our tree. So your tree can be here today. Maybe your left big toes are on the ground. Maybe they come to the inside of your calf. Maybe they even make it all the way to the inside of your right thigh. Wherever you go, focus on your breath. Give yourself grace. If you are wobbly, do not worry about it. You will get stronger. Crown of your head is nice and long. Spine is nice and straight. If you feel good with your hands at your heart center, then go ahead and let your branches grow. allowing them to grow one at a time, or maybe both at the same time. Inhale, mountain pose. Your left foot comes to your mat. Inhale, come back to your one-legged Tadasana, so your left leg is high. And then on your exhale, we're going to cross our left thigh over our right thigh, coming into our eagle legs. Find your balance. When you are ready, take a seat. So you're just bending through your right leg. If this is feeling good for you, or if you're a little wobbly, you can always use your left toes. Place them on the ground. Allow them to be your kickstand. Find your foundation. Find your balance, and when you're ready, bring your left leg up a little bit higher. Maybe you can even get your left toes all the way around your right leg. If not, that's cool. You're just not there yet. Practice is progress. Exhale, see if you can sit just a little bit lower. Remember to find that drishti, find your focal point. One more exhale. Inhale, mountain pose, left foot hits the floor. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back, flow through your vinyasa. Remember that your vinyasa is optional. Inhaling for your upward facing, exhaling for your downward facing. One breath here in our down dog. Take a big inhale, open your mouth, let it go. Drop down to your knees, come into your tabletop. Inhale, send your left leg behind you. Squeeze your left glute. And then exhale, plant your left foot in between your palms. Tuck your right toes, runner's lunge. Back legs nice and straight. Right knee is bent at a, left knee is bent at a 90-degree angle. Inhale, easy twist. Left fingertips go high this time. Exhale, plant your left palm down. Inhale, send your right foot into the sky. Standing splits. Same thing, different side, guys. Hips are still staying square to the earth. Right toes are still active. Lengthening through your inhales. And then as you exhale, seeing if you can fold just a little bit deeper. Again, it does not matter how high your right leg is floating. One more inhale. Exhale, forward fold at the top of your mat. Bring your big toes to touch. Inhale to rise, chair pose. We've already been here once before. Check in with your toes, make sure you can see them. Exhale, sit down just a little bit lower. Squeeze those inner thighs, squeeze your glutes together. Exhale, sit just a little bit lower. Yes, you can. Keep your spine nice and straight, your chest is proud. Core is engaged. Tuck that tailbone. If you notice you're sticking out like this, tuck your tailbone. There we go. Pulling your pelvis to where it's pushing forward. Exhale, sit just a little bit lower. This is our last breath here. Yes, you can. Inhale, mountain pose. Fingertips to the sky. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Right leg comes with you this time. Your right knee is bent at a 90-degree angle. Right toes are active. Again, keep your hands at your heart until you can find your balance. Give yourself that grace. One more inhale, standing nice and tall. Crown of your head is nice and long. Spine is straight. Exhale, take your tree. Again, your tree can start here and eventually make its way up your leg. Taking your time. Balancing postures are not meant to be easy. Transitioning from one pose to the next is not meant to be easy. Breathe through it. Find your focal point. When you are ready, let those branches grow. Nice work, guys. One more inhale. Stay for that exhale. Set your right foot down. Come back to your mountain. Inhale, come to your one-legged Tadasana. Right leg comes high. Exhale, take your eagle legs. So right leg's crossing over your left this time. Start with your right toe as a kickstand. Find your balance. And then just gently move your right leg up your left. Maybe making your right foot wrap around your left leg. Giving yourself that grace, guys. Smile. Laugh at yourself if you're falling out of this. Remind yourself that you are trying your best, and that's all we can ever do. Exhale, see if you can sit just a little bit lower. Inhale, come all the way up, mountain pose. Right foot hits the floor. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale for your halfway lift. Plant your hands, flow through your vinyasa. Inhaling for your up. Exhaling for your down. Nice work. Drop down to your knees, take a child's pose. Reconnect to your breath. Grab a sip of water, towel off. Do anything that you need to do. This is your time. Take your break. Allow your body to rest. Awesome work, guys. That's the flow. So we're going to go through that another time on each side. Take one more breath here in your child's pose. Fill all the way up. Open your mouth. Let it go. Second round. Inhale, tabletop pose. Stay for that exhale. Inhale, send your right foot nice and long behind you. Send your left fingertips in front. Straighten your leg out. Squeeze your right glute. Left bicep is by your ear. One more inhale. Exhale, crunch it in, knee to elbow. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, bring it in. Last one. Inhale to extend. Plant your left hand. Right leg stays nice and long. Exhale, plant your right foot in between your palms. Tuck your left leg. Tuck your left toes. Runner's lunge. Inhale for your easy twist. Right fingertips go high. Exhale, plant your right palm down. Inhale, standing splits. Left leg goes high. Remembering that your gaze is what is at whatever is behind you. Maybe adding on a little balance challenge if you want. You can take your right hand and place it on your right calf. If that feels good, maybe you want to get a little spicy today and see if you can place your left hand on there too. Breathe through this. We're here for one more breath. Stay for that exhale. Last inhale. Exhale, forward fold at the top of your mat. Bring your big toes to touch. Chair pose. Inhale. See if you can get just a little bit lower. This is the third time that we've been here. Squeeze those inner thighs. Squeeze your glutes. Tuck your belly button towards your spine so your core is nice and engaged here. Hey. Two more breaths here. Yes, you can. Exhale, sit lower. Exhale, sit lower. Inhale, mountain pose. Maybe this time your left leg comes with you. One-legged Tadasana. Here for 2 full breaths. Root down through your standing leg. Squeeze your right quads, your right hamstring, your right glute. Core is engaged. Your core should be engaged through about 90% of class. One more inhale, get nice and long. Exhale, find your tree. Again, taking your time for this transition. Allowing yourself to grow. Remember to smile if you're falling out of this, if you're having trouble with your balance today. You left your expectations and your ego at the door. Remind yourself this is where you are in your practice, and that's okay. One more breath here. Inhale to extend. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana, so your left leg comes floating. Exhale, move right into your eagle legs. But again, taking your time. Anything that I cue is merely a suggestion. Going there when you are ready. Going there when you have found your balance. After all, this is your practice. Exhale, see if you can sit just a little bit lower. Even if your left toes do not come up off of the mat in this pose today, so what? Practice is progress. You tried. That's all that matters, guys. That's all that matters is that you were trying. Inhale, come all the way back to standing mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale for your halfway lift. Plant your hands, flow through your vinyasa. Nice work, guys. Inhaling for your up. Exhaling for your down. Come down to your knees, find your tabletop. Inhale, send your right arm long, your left leg behind you. Squeeze your left glute. Right bicep is by your ear. Core is engaged, get nice and long. Big inhale, exhale, bring it in, knee to elbow. Inhale, re-extend, exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, re-extend, last one, exhale, bring it in. Inhale to extend, set your right palm down. Exhale, set your left foot in between your palms. Runner's lunge, extend through your right leg. Inhale, easy twist, left fingertips go high. Exhale, set your left palm down, standing splits. Inhale, right leg goes high this time. Make sure that your right toes are still active. Option to move into the balancing challenge on this side as well. Remembering to smile, remembering to laugh at yourself if you're falling, if you're having trouble in this posture. It's just yoga, guys. One more breath here. Yes, you can. Wherever you are, find it, grab it, hold on to it. Exhale, forward fold. Right foot finds the top of your mat. Last chair pose, guys. Bring your big toes to touch. Inhale, chair pose. Sit it down low. Yes, you can. It's our last one. Squeeze those glutes. Your glutes should be on fire right now. Exhale, sit it down just a little bit lower. If your hands are at your heart, send them up into the sky. Biceps are by your ears. Push through it. We're here for 3 more breaths. Yes, you can. You can cuss at me. You can call me names all you want to. Whatever helps you get through this last pose. Exhale, sit just a little bit lower. Little bit lower. Yes, you can. Inhale, come all the way to standing. Right leg comes with you. One-legged Tadasana. Nice work, everybody. We're here for 3 breaths. You have plenty of time to focus on that drishti. Find your balance. Give yourself grace. Take one more inhale. On your exhale, find your tree. Breathe here. Be okay with not being perfect. Be okay with any idea of what you think you should look like right now. Remind yourself, no egos, no expectations. We're just here, breathing. Last breath. Inhale for your one-legged Tadasana. Right leg stays floating if you can. If not, no big deal. On your exhale, take your eagle legs. See how low you can go. Maybe this time you can get your right toes all the way around your left leg. Maybe not. And that's okay too. You gotta be able to laugh at yourself, guys. I'm struggling with this leg today. 2 more breaths. Yes, we can. I am here. I am doing the exact same thing with you guys. I am sweating right now. It is super duper humid outside today. Last breath. Stay for that exhale. Inhale, mountain pose. Right foot hits the floor. Exhale for your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands. Flow through your vinyasa. Inhaling for your upward facing. Exhaling for your down. Nice work, guys. Take a big inhale. Open your mouth. Let it go. Inhale, send your right foot into the sky. Exhale, come into your lizard. So you're placing your right foot to the outside of your right hand. We're in our full lizard here. If you want, you have options. You can drop your left knee and tuck your left toes, coming into a lazy lizard. Coming onto your forearms if you want a little bit more. You can also roll onto the right edge of your right foot. And if you want a little more, You can come into your crooked monkey, reaching for your left foot with your right hand. And if you want even more, you can come onto your left forearm. We're here for 4 breaths. You have plenty of time, taking whatever variation you want to of this pose. Whatever feels good for you. Maybe you just want to stay in your full lizard, rocking back and forth. It's completely up to you. Don't forget to breathe. Often when we are beginners in our practice, we hold our breath all the time. Just becoming more and more conscious of it. Conscious of it. Last breath, guys. Releasing your foot, your palm back to the earth if you've gone for them. And then just start to walk your right hand in between your hands. Your right foot in between your hands. Take one more inhale. And then exhale, you're going to press your hips back, straightening out your right leg, coming into our half splits. So you're on your fingertips here. Your spine is nice and straight. Your chest is proud. So it's facing towards the front of your mat. You don't want to be caving over like this. There should be no rounding in your spine. Nice and straight, nice and proud. Beautiful. This is another one if you want to grab some blocks, a towel, books, whatever. Place your hands on them. Stop. One more inhale. Exhale, rebend into your right knee. And then just continue walking your right foot to the left side of your mat. We're coming into our half pigeon pose. So you're trying to get your right shin as parallel as you can with the front edge of your mat. Your back leg is nice and straight. It's somewhere in between your mat. You can take a look over your right and your left shoulder, just checking in with your leg. You're going to square your hips to the front of your mat. To do this, you're going to take a big inhale, square yourself off, and then exhale, you're going to walk your hands out in front of you, folding over your right leg. Coming onto your forehead, your forearms, if you have a block, a towel, a pillow, whatever is accessible to you. Just allowing your head to hang nice and low. The only thing you have to do right now is breathe. If half pigeon is not feeling good for you, you can come into a reclined pigeon. You're just going to come all the way onto your back. You're going to cross your right ankle over your left thigh. And then you're going to wrap your hands behind your left leg and just pull your leg towards your face. Same sensation, it's just not as intense. Breathe here, guys. Allow yourself to feel exactly how you're feeling right now. Allowing any thoughts to come and to go. Honoring them and acknowledging them. Just coming back to your breath. It's the only thing that you have to do right now is breathe. There's nowhere that you need to be. Nothing that you need to be doing. You can always come out of this pose whenever you are ready. But just trying to stay in this posture. And whenever you feel like you can't stay here any longer, just stay for one more breath. Slowly start to walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. And then we're going to bend our left knee and send your left toes into the sky. If this feels good and you want a little bit more, you can reach for your left foot with your left hand. Just trying to bring your foot a little closer to your glute. Just getting a nice deep quad stretch. And then gently releasing your foot back to the earth. On an inhale, making your way into a three-legged dog. Right leg goes high. Taking any kind of hip circles, any kind of movement really that you need to counteract that pigeon pose. Everybody's going to be different, so honestly just move in any way that feels good for you. And then we're going to come back to our downward facing dog. Switching it out, just going to do it all on the left side now. Inhale, send your left foot high. Exhale, come into your lizard. Left foot plants outside of your left hand. Again, same options to stay here or drop your right knee, rolling onto the razor edge of your left foot this time, or even coming all the way into your crooked monkey. Plenty of time to go into any or all of these variations. Last breath here. And then on your inhale, just start to walk your left foot in between your palms. Exhale, press your hips back, coming into a half splits on the left side. Same thing, you're on your fingertips, your spine is nice and straight, chest is nice and proud. No rounding in your spine whatsoever. Sending your breath to the back of your left leg. And a nice hamstring stretch here. On your next inhale, re-bend into your left knee. And then just continue walking your left foot to the right side of your mat, making your way into your half pigeon. Same option on this side if you want to go into the reclined pigeon, rolling onto your back. Again, take your time. Align yourself properly. Back leg is nice and straight. Hips are square to the front of your mat. And then when you're ready, on an exhale, slowly surrendering, coming down to the earth. Scanning your body, seeing if there is anywhere that you can release. Seeing if there's anywhere that you are holding on to any kind of tension. Removing your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Relaxing your jaw by creating a space in between the top and bottom row of your teeth. Allowing your eyebrows to relax. Sorry, my dog just burped. Taking deep inhales. Equal length exhales. Just allowing yourself to melt even deeper into your mat. Trying to stay here for 2 more breaths. Again, you can come out whenever you want though. And when you are ready, walking your hands back underneath your shoulders. And then bending your right knee, coming into the quad stretch on your right side. Same thing, if this feels good, reach for your foot and just pull your foot closer to your glute. And then releasing your foot and your palm back to the earth, making your way into your 3-legged dog. Taking any kind of movement that you need on this side. Anything that feels good for you. Eventually making your way into your downward facing dog. Yogi's option, if you guys want to flow through one last vinyasa, feel free to do so. Otherwise, just make your way onto your back, however you would like to get there. We've only got one more pose today. The most important pose in all of yoga. Our final resting pose. Grabbing any sip of water, toweling off, making any adjustments that you need to make. Brushing any hair away from your face. Taking up as much space as you need to here. Allowing your arms and your legs to come out nice and wide. Letting your feet flop out over to the side. If you're needing any extra grounding today, you can place your left hand on your heart and your right hand on your belly. You can also place both of your palms face down on the ground. Or you can face them palm up if you are ready to receive. Or for balance, one up and one down. Allow your breath to start to deepen. Allow any thoughts to come and to go. Noticing that if you start to run with one of your thoughts, just gently reminding yourself to come back to your breath. Let's all take a big inhale together. Fill all the way up. Open your mouth. Shut down your eyes if you have not done so yet. Shavasana. Pulling out your wrists and your ankles, wiggling toes and fingers, rocking your head from left to right. And then on your next inhale, sending your arms over your head, legs nice and long, taking a good morning stretch, waking up for the second time today. And then on your exhale, just bringing your knees into your chest and rolling over to the side of your preference, coming into a fetal position. Know that fetal position is symbolic of new beginnings. And that's exactly what you've done by coming to your mat today, taking this time out for yourself. Hopefully you were able to leave anything on your mat that did not serve you, and you were able to take away something that did. You can stay here as long as you would like, but if you are ready to go on with the rest of your day, press yourself up into a seated position with your eyes remaining shut, placing your hands wherever feels most natural for you, whether that be face up or face down on your knees or at your heart center. Line your shoulders up with your hips. Your spine is nice and straight. A slight bow of your chin. Thank you so much for coming to your mat today. Thank you so much. The light in me, the student in me, honors and cherishes the light, the love, and the teacher within you. As we bow our heads together and we say, Namaste. That was it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, my name is Coco. This was the 12 o'clock beginner flow with Black Swan Yoga Dallas. Again, thank you so much for your guys' continued support and your love. We would be so lost without our community. We really appreciate everyone sticking with us through all of these trials and tribulations. And I hope everyone is staying safe and healthy. We cannot wait to see you guys again. Hopefully it'll be sometime soon. And I do apologize for all the technical difficulties. I don't know why I was having some issues with connection today. But that's it. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and a wonderful rest of your week. Love you. Bye.